I think one of the biggest hurdles that starting writers have to get over is just this mindset of promoting your own writing, right? When I started, honestly, like I would write and I would pretend like I was a writing like superhero. Like I would go out, I would do my work and say, yeah, I have a 9 to 5 job, and then I would come home, put on my cape, and like start writing things and do it all underground. Like I wrote for probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 months before anybody even knew that I was writing things, just because I was afraid to kind of promote myself. I was worried about what my friends would think. I would worry about what my family would think. And so I think that's the first step. You talk about what can you do to promote your writing. And the first step for me is get over that mental hurdle to where you're saying, my work is valuable and I'm going to share it because this is who I am. You kind of have to give yourself permission to let yourself loose, right? Permission to share with the world that you're doing this new thing. And they'll say something like, now who do you think you are? And you'll be like, this is who I am. This is who I am. So that's kind of like the philosophical side of things. You have to get mentally in a place where you know what you're writing is valuable and you know that other people need to hear it. And then once you get to that place, it would kind of be a crime to not share what you're doing. So that's the first step. That's the mental side of it. As far as the tactical stuff, because I want this to be a little more helpful to you, right? Be very practical. When I started writing, when I started gaining a little bit of momentum, I knew my big goal was to get my writing in front of where people were. So for the first 8 months I wrote on Medium, I didn't have a website. Like, think about how crazy that sounds. I was going to be a writer without a website. Yet I knew I didn't have time to build a website. I didn't want to like spend all the time. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just knew I needed to write, right? So the choice for Medium, for me, a lot of people get into this and they're like, I'm gonna start a blog. And then they write their guts out for like 2 weeks and then realize that no one is there. No one is reading because no one knows it exists. It's so hard in a world where you have all these other platforms to try and build something from scratch. And that's why I, from the beginning, was going to leverage Medium first. I was going to guest post first. I was going to reach out to people in my niche first, instead of saying, hey, this is me on my own site. I'm doing my own thing. You're going to have to come here if you want it, because that's just not the way the world works anymore. So always tactically and practically think, how can I get my writing in front of other people? Because right now, man, they're not here to see you. They're not here for you. You don't have the chops. You don't have the leverage or the reputation for that. And that's okay, because I'm not really there either. For the most part, I have a little bit of momentum now, but for the most part, always be thinking, how can I get my stuff in front of other people? And to me, that's always go where people are, right? People aren't on my site. They still aren't. And so I'm trying to get in front of people as much as possible. And so that's kind of the tactical, practical stuff. Always be thinking outside the box. Don't think of your own site. Think instead, who can I leverage, or what existing sites can I leverage to get in front of people? What's going to give me the best chance of recognition? And then you can kind of move things forward from there. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any more questions, just let me know and I will do my best to try and answer them. I don't know, with the responses coming in, I try to keep up with them all. Hit me up on Twitter, Todd Bryson. That's probably your best chance at getting me again. So thanks for giving me the chance to expand. I appreciate you. Happy Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Bye.